I'm delighted to be joined by Treaty United women's goalkeeper Annie Ulliac. Annie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. First of all, how would you reflect on this season so far?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I think whenever I've been asked about this, I like to say how it's been up and down, but I definitely believe that it's been on an upward trend. Like I know the results haven't really been showing it, but I think it's really visible, like not only to all the players on our team and the coaches, but to our opponents, just how we've changed into more of a possession based team throughout the season. And I think that really takes a lot of time and patience to be able to build that. So, nearing the end of the season, looking at where we are right now, I think we're just looking to build sort of a foundation that's a really strong possession team for next year. So,
Definitely. It's a big game against coming up against Shamrock Rovers. How excited are the squad for this game?
very excited. Very, very, very excited. I definitely like how the league is set up where you get to play everyone more than once. Um, I love a good rematch, especially the way it went the first time. I
Yeah.
think we have all grown a lot since then, and I'm really, really excited to play them again.
Um, I suppose it's a big opportunity for fans to come out and see the women's team. What message would you have for those fans who might have been supporting the men's and mightn't have given the women's a chance to come out and support the team against Shamrock Rovers on Saturday?
Yeah, look, I go to as many of the men's games as I can, and what I like about their games is just the excitement, their sort of never say die attitude. Like you always believe that they can do anything when they're on the field, right until the last minute. And just the passion for the game that all the fans bring. And that's the same kind of thing that we can have at our games as well. Like we have the passion on the field, we have the excitement, the little moments that happen, the hanging on to the hope till the last minute. All the things that I personally love in a game of soccer. So I really hope that we can bring that for the fans this weekend.
It's also a game with huge media interest as well. TG Carrier are going to be showing the game live. What does it mean to you and the squad that that game is going to be shown on national television?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. That's really, really huge. I'm sure for lots of the players that have been playing in this league longer than I am, it's fantastic for them to see how much it's grown over here in Ireland. And then for me to come in and see the point that it's at and how, there's so many people working to promote the game right now in the country, I think it's fantastic.
In Tala back in March, it was a 6-0 loss. You were obviously at the brunt of it with all those six goals going past you. As a goalkeeper, is it hard to kind of pick yourself up after those sort of games?
You know what? I would say that game was the first one of the season that had sort of been, I mean, it was very early on, and it was
Yeah.
our first sort of lopsided result in that regard. But I mean, there's lots of things you can take away from it. The fact that we have such a young team, we're going up against um, that sort of setup, which has a lot of advantages before we even step on the field against them, the Shamrock Rovers. Um, I definitely have grown up as a goalkeeper, always looking for a challenge. It's not exactly like a forward when you want to go to a team. If you're a forward, you want to get the ball at your feet as much as possible. As a goalkeeper, if you want to get better, you have to see shots in games. So growing up, I definitely tried to go places where I would have a bit more of a challenge in games. So you know what? I think I'm ready for it now.
You're in the squad a little under a year. Did you picture yourself becoming the club captain by this stage at all?
No, definitely not coming in. Um, it was definitely a surprise in the summer when that happened in July. In the first half of the season, it was a really new group that was working together. So there was, there were lots of people that were stepping up in different areas. But I mean, it's been a fantastic group to be with.
As I mentioned, you came in at the start of this season. You're obviously Canadian. How did the move come about? Moving to a League of Ireland club, you were in Portugal as well, and but how did it come about in the first place?
Yeah, so after I played in Portugal, went back to Canada, played my last university season in Canada. I had known Kira McCormack from, just the soccer community at home and everything. She's very involved in stuff over there. And I wanted to go abroad again, but I wanted maybe a different experience, maybe someplace that I already uh, knew somebody or knew somebody who would vouch for the club or whatnot. So I had been in touch with her, and then she said, "Look, there's a club in Ireland. I know some people over there. Like, do you think you'd like to go there?" And for me, it was really, a no-brainer. I was excited to move over here. Had never been to Ireland, but definitely don't regret it now. It's been so great this year.
Lastly, you mentioned that you'd never had been to Ireland before. How how hard or easy was it to settle in a totally different place and also playing football in a completely different place as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say moving is never super easy, but Ireland made it as easy as possible. Like, I felt nothing but welcome by everyone that I've met over here. I've had a great time learning how to drive on the other side of the road. Um, I mean, it's such a beautiful, beautiful country whenever I can. I'm someone that loves to get outdoors when I'm not on the field. I love to go for hikes, for walks, whatnot. So I'm always, popping all over the place. It's great that you can drive most places pretty quickly compared to Canada, at least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really enjoyed every part of it.
Annie, thank you so much for your time and best luck against Shamrock Rovers on Saturday.
Thank you.
Perfect. I'll actually know.